So today, as you can see guys, I'm going to show you some very interesting scenario unfolding right now with Bitcoin price action and also with Ethereum, because if you monitor the price structure of both, they are flashing a very interesting scenario, and we want to know what exactly could be playing out next for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum. So starting this analysis for Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, we are aware, we talked about this scenario on my yesterday video. We said this green line, this 38.20 Fibonacci level in a weekly time frame is one very important line of support we have to hold if we are expecting any sort of a impulsive move or also a relief rally type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin. But now if we monitor this price structure, you can see this green line, the 38.20 Fibonacci level, is not acting as a support. Now it's going to be acting as a resistance since the price of Bitcoin is below it. So what kind of scenario should we expect next? Because in the past Bitcoin price action, finding support at this 38.20 has led to some really nice movement, but also failing to find support right around this 38.20 has also led to some decent price pullback type of scenarios. So that's why right now we have to be very careful, because the price of Bitcoin is below this 38.20 Fibonacci level. According to this weekly time frame, the next Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, the Fibonacci level, is at $27,855. So if the price of Bitcoin is showing any sort of a rejection or pullback type of scenario, this is going to be our next possible downward price target, that is 23.61 Fibonacci level. And if we do find support above this 38.20, then this upward price target is going to be this 50% Fibonacci level, that is sitting around $45,200. So let's see how this one is going to play out, because right now the price of Bitcoin is hanging around this 38.20 Fibonacci level, that is sitting around $36,400. So also looking at this price action in a daily time frame, you can see here, if you monitor this price structure in a whole, you can see what we can do here is we can simply take this Fibonacci retracement level from this swing low from 2020 and look at this swing high from 2021 for now. Because if you monitor the price structure using this Fibonacci retracement level, each Fibonacci retracement level is playing a very important line of support and resistance depending on the price action. So right now you can see our strongest support is going to be this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, that is sitting around $34,257, because the next Fibonacci line here, the golden pocket level, is at $27,000. So if we are not going to get a proper support here from this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, then we have to be careful, because the next Fibonacci target is going to be the golden pocket level, and that is around $27,000. because with this weekly time frame, also this Fibonacci level, right, the next Fibonacci level, if the price is going to see a reversal type of scenario, then it's going to be this 27,000 around that area. And also here in a daily time frame, you can see the golden pocket area is also at $27,000. So let's see how the price of Bitcoin is going to go, because right now it's too early to say this is a reversal, because you can see we are still finding a really strong support at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and price of Bitcoin is also forming a very nice scenario, because if you look at this in a smaller time frame, you can see here guys. So now what we can do here is we can simply add this one scenario which we talked on my yesterday's video. I showed you guys with this descending channel, and why the price here, when we had this really nice rising wedge type of scenario, we saw this price correction, right? Because rising wedge is a bearish scenario, we got a pullback, right? And now this here could be forming a very nice symmetrical triangle type of scenario. So now you can see here guys, the price of Bitcoin is still holding around this lower line area of this symmetrical triangle. So it's actually acting as a very strong support line, the lower line area. So what we want here is to stay above this lower line area, which is around 35,800. So this 35,800 line, the price should not close below that today, because if that's going to happen, then we are going to leave this support line here to downside, and we could be potentially heading here towards the lower line area of this descending channel, because you can see this lower line area has acted as a very strong support line in the past Bitcoin price action. So we don't want our price to see this pull back again here towards the lower line of the channel. So that's why guys, what we want is the price of Bitcoin to stay inside this symmetrical triangle, because if that's going to happen, then maybe we could see some impulsive move that could bring us around, at least around this upper line area of this symmetrical triangle before choosing trend direction, because now we are almost approaching the end part of this symmetrical triangle, and this is also indicating we should expect some volatility in the upcoming days for Bitcoin. And now guys, let's also have a quick look at Ethereum price action. So before I show you the Ethereum chart, I want to talk about this Ethereum Bitcoin chart here in a weekly time frame, because this price movement, what we are seeing here, is clearly indicating Ether right now does look very strong compared to Bitcoin, because you can see here now after forming this accumulation cylinder from Jesse Livermore, if you are unaware of that, I can show you the picture here, the accumulation cylinder with widening mouth. Since the price has already reached the 0.8, we might be heading towards the 0.9, 0.10 before seeing this sell off scenario. But right now, if you look at this Ether Bitcoin chart, we still are expecting some more impulsive move to follow before this Ether Bitcoin chart shows any sort of a pullback type of scenario, because according to the Jesse Livermore speculative chart, this Ether Bitcoin chart still has plenty of room to grow here in an upward direction. If you look at this price action of Ether in a daily time frame, you can see here. So now if we look at this Ethereum price action here in a daily time frame, we are aware guys, in a daily time frame, at any cost, the price of Ethereum should not close below this rising trend line, because this rising trend line is not just only acting as a very important line of support, as you can see here, but it is also showing us the possible trend direction where we might be heading. So that's why right now, if we monitor this price structure, we can see very clearly the price of Ether compared to Bitcoin does looks like it might see some more impulsive movement. Why? Because you can see here. So I'm actually deleted all the drawings, and now what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to show you this very important scenario, which is known as 1, 2, 3 reversal, because according to this 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern, right, this 0.2, this is going to be our 0.3 area. So now if you look at this 1, 2, 3 scenario, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add this falling trend line, right, so that it's easier for you guys to understand. That's the main point of this. So now only focus on this 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 label. So in 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern, how it actually looks like, you can see here the retracement, what we see, the 0.3, 38.2%, 50% or 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. You can see buy on the break of resistance at 0.2 area. And now if you look at in our case, you can see this was the 0.2 area, right? If you draw a trend line from there, exactly like this as shown in the picture, this retracement should not be lower than 61.8, right? And now if you take the Fibonacci from this swing low till this swing high, right, you can see where did the price end it? Exactly guys, exactly at this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, right, for Ether. And look at this, after that we saw this really nice bounce, and where did this bounce end it? Again reaching at the 0.2 level, because this here was already showing us buy only on break of resistance at 0.2. You can see we got a strong position, and now we might be trying one more time to break out of here. So if this line sitting around 2,890, right, or even around this 2,900 is going to get broken, then there might be a very impulsive move playing out for Ethereum here in a daily time frame, because according to this 1, 2, 3 reversal, buying opportunity is going to be only after breaking at resistance at 0.2 area, and not just jumping in between this line, right? Wait for proper confirmation, as I always say to you guys. And also if you look at this in a smaller time frame, you can see here. So now in a 4-hour time frame, what we can do here guys is we can simply add this one scenario, which is known as ascending triangle, because according to this price movement, we can clearly see that the upper line here is acting as one very strong line of resistance, and lower line is acting as a very strong line of support. So now since we are also approaching this area, if this is going to break here, the upper line area, this is sitting around $2,890 to $2,900, because with this previous example, if we are going to break this neckline, you can see we are expecting some really nice impulsive move to follow, because this is also going to confirm the 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern. So right now for Ether, right, the price here, if it's going to break the upper line area of this ascending triangle, then this could actually indicate some very bullish scenario for Ether. Any sort of a pullback, we are expecting again the lower line here, right, acting as a strong support. So let's see how this one is going to play out, because here, not just only for Ethereum but also for Bitcoin, you can see we are approaching this in area, so we might be expecting some volatility coming very soon. So these are some of the scenarios I thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.